What an excellent day for an guest.
You'd like that?
What are you, fucking nuts?
You listen, you little bitch. You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
I want you to pray to your God. I want you to pray that he comes and saves you.
Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?
Welcome, fellow horror fans, to our little show titled, What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. This is episode 4, and we continue to thank all of those horror fans out there who are taking the time out of their busy schedules to listen in and give us a chance. We appreciate you guys as we look to take a stroll down horror lane. Round the horn once again, we have my fellow horror nerds, Danny C., Joe T., David, and I am JC. Well, my friends, it is the start of the new year, and while we are all excited for what this year has in store for us regarding the full slate of horror movies coming our way, we come out of the gate, and bam! We have a Friday the 13th to celebrate this month, and because of this opportunity, we figured it would be a great time to spark up a conversation around a series near and dear to all of our hearts. Yes, fellow horror nerds, tonight we will be discussing all things Friday the 13th. We promise to run the gamut from which movies we love the best, some of Jason's memorable kills, those beautiful final girls, and so much more. So, fellow horror fiends, yourselves in and let's talk some damn horror.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
Alright, so we're gonna do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Happy Friday the 13th in 4 days?
Yes.
All right.
No, it's today. It's today, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna drop it on Friday.
Spoiler alert. Oh, and by the way, we're going to spoil these movies, and for anybody out there who has not seen the Friday the 13th movies,
shame on you.
I cannot fucking help you.
Yes.
Unsubscribe.
No, still subscribe, but fuck you.
Yes, give us a chance, but what the fuck?
Alright, so the original, 1980.
The OG.
Sean S. Cunningham classic.
Filmed in Blairstown, New Jersey.
That's right. 15 minutes from my house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Alright, rub it in, dick. But,
the classic that started it all.
Yeah. The ripoff of Halloween.
no, he owned to that.
Yeah, he kind of...
He did say, he's like, yeah, you know that movie like a year or two ago that everybody loved?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Yeah. And then, yeah, he took out the ad just to see if it sparked any interest.
Was that Kevin Bacon's first role?
Second.
It was his second role.
Yeah,
okay.
Animal House was his first.
Animal House was before Friday?
Yeah, it was
okay.
78, I think.
Okay.
It was just, I always thought it was his first one, but yeah, apparently it was a close second.
Okay.
But it was his superior role. So, yeah.
Even a nod in the Guardians Holiday episode, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, of the 20th century. How's that? It's his greatest role of the 20th century.
So who was the killer again in Friday the 13th?
Well, don't ask Drew Barrymore.
What was her name?
You like scary movies?
What did she say?
Pamela.
Mrs.
Pamela.
She was an old friend of the Christies.
She was.
Mrs. It's like a town nearby here too.
Oh, is it Voorhees?
Yeah. No, I was thinking Deptford.
Pamela
Voorhees.
Yes.
Pamela Woodstown. What's everybody's fond memories of the first one?
Jason coming out of the river, the lake. Sorry,
but did he though?
Or was it a dream?
It depends on what director was going to do the second movie.
Man, they didn't find no boy.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the boy?
The boy, Jason.
And wasn't he was only mentioned once.
Yeah.
Like
And I like the whole thing where originally, like in the script, he was Josh.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but
And then
Josh wasn't
they were
scary
like,
at all.
it just feels, even though it's just a throwaway line, like still feels soft.
Josh lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No.
then he sat
Josh
back and
goes
was
to
like,
Manhattan.
Josh goes to hell. Go to hell, Josh.
Freddie versus Josh.
Yeah, not working.
And who was it? I think it was Cunningham. It was either him or Miller, but talking about went to school with a kid named Jason. He was like he was an asshole, so I just thought that would be a good name to change it to.
Well, thank you, asshole Jason.
So Betsy Palmer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she did this movie because she needed a car,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
And then after that, she didn't need a car, so she kept telling him, fuck
Yeah.
off.
And she was
when they
saying,
tried to
she's
get
like,
her in.
I don't think anybody really thought that this movie would turn into
Yeah,
what
she's
it was,
like,
and anybody would actually watch it.
she's like, I get a car out of it. Nobody's ever going to see this.
Yeah.
She literally got destroyed for
Yeah.
doing this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because of
But she
her
was always like
reputation.
she was always the sweetheart.
Yeah,
But I think that's what's awesome. It's,
agreed.
It's that unexpected turn of, listen, I saw this movie when I was late 80s, early 90s. Betsy Palmer was a thing in the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
When I was born.
Yeah, you oldie but a goodie.
Just kidding.
But I mean, she literally, that unique difference of who you don't presume is the killer, and she had that sweet mom smile, and it was just, I'm coming to the rescue,
And then just flip the psycho switch just like that.
Did they really kill that snake too?
yeah,
Yes.
That was, they really killed
snake.
it.
really.
And apparently half the cast, like in hindsight, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
we're really sorry.
Yet Diodato gets in trouble for cannibal holocaust, right? But let's chop up a snake.
And he just killed multiple animals. That's
I know,
all.
right? That was horrible though. That was tough to watch.
But I think they based the ending where
Oh yeah, they
Alice, Alice.
In the
she
lake.
Was, she was in the lake,
in the
right?
canoe, yeah.
And she wasn't. She wasn't supposed. They were supposed to end the movie that way.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, you remember that movie Carrie? We should do something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Savini was just started drooling. He's like, all right, I'm on it.
And I think that to me that really made that first movie. That just put the cherry on the sundae. I would say is just
That was one thing when there's no way to know how they would have gone into a second movie when, the way they end it, she's just sitting there in the boat and Jason comes up when, like you said earlier, he was barely mentioned at all. And then all of a sudden, in part 2, which we'll get into in a little bit, he's grown up. And doesn't make much sense, but that's the beauty of this franchise.
I mean, it's supposed to be, what, like 57 when he drowned?
Yeah.
And then, you figure it's technically now present day, so, he would have been, what, 20s? Early 20s by then?
That's true.
Damn, camp counselor's not paying attention. What the hell were they doing? Boy drowning like that.
Well, thank goodness they let him drown, or we never got all these movies.
That's
There was some drowning going on.
So Savini said that he wanted to attempt a decapitation on screen, right? So I only wish, shave your arms if you're going to use your arms.
Yeah.
Or at least your
Because
knuckles.
Betsy Palmer, yeah, she
Palmer.
got very hairy there.
Harry Palmer.
when they talk about it, the toothpicks they're holding the head up. You always see the toothpicks.
Yeah.
I was good. I never noticed it before. I heard the story a long time ago. How he said he just propped it up just enough on toothpicks and all. It was his last watch that I was looking for it. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, all those. I didn't even remember the hairy knuckles until they actually mentioned it. To be honest with you, it was something beyond what I was. When I first saw it when I was a kid, I must have been 7, 8 years old, and I think I saw the TV version of it. To be honest with you, and I thought it was really good. To me, it held my interest. It was like, okay, And then I didn't know that there were more, to be honest with you. So it kind of drew me in. But I always loved the Kevin Bacon, spear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
through the throat while he's
The
They had
fuck
to
up
do
that
the
made it
fuck
even
up.
better.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had to blow into the tube, and the blood just. I mean, now again, you got 4K, you got Blu-ray, you can see the neck, appliance. You can see the discoloration a little bit, but still, amazing effect.
I mean, I don't think anybody could have done any better at the time.
No,
Though.
Savini did a great job.
Yeah, and having the whole like military, like what was it, Vietnam he was in?
Oh, yeah,
as a photographer and all,
yeah.
and how he said like having been through all that, when I came back to do effects, like if it didn't look like the shit I've seen out there, like it's not good enough. So
Savini was the master.
like, so the quote unquote skin was like a shade off.
Yeah,
But that's
I mean, I thought it was more comical, like in the first two. I don't know if they had it all in the third one, but yeah, anytime there was a throat slit with the machete and all, like now you're looking at it, it's just like you could see it's backwards.
Yeah.
Which was cool because you knew they were using a real machete, but it was just funny to watch. Like, you'd cut better with the other side of that, right?
I'm just glad. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
no, I was just saying, but I think that first Friday the 13th, that's when he actually mastered the concoction for the blood.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
from Dick Smith.
Because I think that beforehand, when he was doing, what was it?
Dawn of the Dead. It was
Yeah.
orange blood.
Oh my goodness, that
it
was
like Crayola crayon.
It was like fucking paint.
Yeah, that was
And-
bad.
The blue zombies with the ketchup.
Yeah, Dick Smith.
But you know what? It worked for that movie, though.
It did.
I
Dawn of the
think that's
Dead
part
is
of
a
what made it.
classic, man.
It's the flaws that made that just as good as the
Yeah.
genius.
Good head explosion too, right? It's nowhere near Scanners, of course. Scanners to me is
That
the
holds its own.
I mean, it was no
that's-
deadly
that's-
friend, but
Oh, that's right. And Ramsey, that's right. I forgot him with the basketball. Well, I had a huge crush on Christy Swanson too. Man.
Had?
What's probably still do. I'm sorry. Is my wife listening to this?
I was going to say she
doesn't like horror.
Not anymore.
Buffy.
It'd be funny if we were doing just some like Playboy type show and all, and you're like, no, honey, it's about horror. You wouldn't be interested.
Yeah, basically like Friday Part 5.
Right.
Oh,
We'll get to that.
with Ron the ambulance driver.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Your
Right.
favorite and
My
mine.
favorite.
One of those lines in the first one though that like it hits me every time because I forget just how cheesy like the adults are in that. So when the cop first shows up or whatever, and he's like, "What do you guys getting high or what are you guys smoking something?" Like, and Kevin Bacon walks by and he's like, "No, I don't smoke. It's bad for your health." And the cop's like, "Come on, you look like you just got off a spaceship or something. Like Colombian gold, man, grass, hash, the weed, dig it?" And I'm like, "Oh God, that's awful." And just the way he presented, it's like, "Oh, that sounds like such a grown-up thing to say."
How about the music? Right. Let's give some credit to
Manfredini.
Manfredini. Right. That's and again,
Definitely a Psycho influence there, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
definitely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
not that it's a blatant rip-off, but the way he used the high strings in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's effective. Like,
I enjoyed all the kills. Who was it? Bing Crosby's son?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Who
It
was
was-
that? Which one was
I
that?
can't.
Bill-
The
Billy?
kid who killed the snake?
Yeah. He had the machete, right?
Snake killer. They should.
Oh, come on! I mean,
Snake family should sue him. He's got money. He's
Oh,
been Crosby's son.
I was gonna say, where do you think he got it from?
So Bill, remember he went to go start the generator and took Alice with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Bing Crosby's son.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Funny facts. Going through and watching the movies again. So.
What do we think of Alice? Like, let's. I know we said we're going to talk about Final Girl.
She
She was
was-
kind of a final girl until we get to part two.
She was final for.
She was final for that movie,
Yeah.
right? Right.
At that moment, there was no intentions of her dying.
What about the boy in the water?
And
Can we go back and talk about her strategy to lock herself in and putting the furniture after she kind of like put the rope down? I'm like, okay, and really, you're worried about doing all that, and you got these open fucking windows. Right?
Yeah.
That's,
another thing I know that's one thing watching all these movies again because, like I said, even the one I've seen the least, it's probably still like 30 or 40 times. Like, I've seen all these movies a ton. Even... But this time around, there's all these, like, little things I never noticed before. And I think that's where a lot of my notes ended up coming from. And, like, one of the things was when Alice was hiding out in the pantry at the end. And Pamela's like, I'm sorry, Mrs. Voorhees... was breaking in, and just as you got that little like "Here's Johnny" opening there, like she had that sadistically like joyous look in her face, like she had that look like, oh, you're fucked, and just those little things that made her performance that much better. Yeah, because again, she was hired to kind of play the wholesome looking thing because that's what she was known for. Right. So the fact that she was able to play that evil was just beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the other one that cracks me up every time was when Ralph came to the camp, and gives them that final warning, and then he's getting ready to leave, and he's just like, "You're all doomed," and like, "Get away while you can," and then he just hops on his bike, squeak, 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 just waddling off in the distance.
But it was another character.
The harbinger of doom.
But it was also another character they gave you. Could this be the guy?
Oh yeah. He was set up. Crazy Ralph. He was set up.
And I never thought about that for the longest time until they actually said like he was kind of set up to be a red herring, and I just thought him as the town drunk.
And what about Steve Christie? I mean, he was gone for a majority of the movie, where it was like, what's going on? Until they showed him at the diner, and then it was kind of like, okay, like
that was the other thing. It was just a little thing, but for some reason this time around, I'm like, you cheap bastard. When he's
keep
there,
the change.
Yeah, he's like, keep the change. Like, she goes to the register, grabs the change and all, and you hear like a coin drop on the counter, and he's like, keep the change. I'm like, are you like, what was it? A nickel?
I mean, back then, Dave. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry. It wasn't that.
You know what you could do with a nickel? Shit. Buy a whole fucking wardrobe.
Back in my day.
A nickel bought a house.
A pack of Luckies?
A pack of Luckies.
A gallon of milk?
I remember that growing up,
I
too.
go shopping for a week.
When we were allowed to buy cigarettes underage, and my mom would always send me over to Anning's. Like, she handed me $2 because she grabbed me a couple pack of cigarettes. And I'm like, what? Like, I want to know where you could buy. Like, nowadays, you find someone on the street, and it's just like, hey, man, here, I'll give you $2 for a cigarette. Yeah. Back then, I was buying like 2-3 packs for my mother for $2.
Yeah. The cigarette machines, remember them? And like the diners and shit. Yeah. We're sorry. Back to Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah. So, people died, and, things happened. But
so, where would we rank this one? As we continue to go through all the movies,
like
here.
Rate it or rank it within the series.
Rank it within the series.
I think it's middle tier, honestly.
Okay.
Going back and rewatching it, it's okay. Like I enjoy it more because it's the original. Like that's part of it, the nostalgia factor.
Sure.
But as a standalone movie, I think some of the middle ones are a lot better as a complete movie. But I mean, Alice is a final girl I liked. And we'll learn shortly after that. She didn't last much longer after that.
No. I think it gets a raw deal because Jason's not in it, right? So when you think of Friday the 13th, you think of Jason, right? And then you think of the original, and it's great and all, but we don't see our main dude until the dream sequence at the end.
Or you can have a television series.
Oh, fuck.
Any reference
to cursed fucking furniture or whatever the hell that was.
You know what, though? If you remove I only watched the first couple episodes until I realized, like, oh, yeah, this isn't a Jason series. This is just capitalizing on the name. But I think going back now, I think I'd be interested in checking it out. It seems like it'd be a good series if you forget that they were
pitching like
Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah,
right?
if they called it Halloween Ends, they would have been alright.
I mean, I know the original title for the series was going to be Friday's Curse, and they're like, no, we really got to like drive home that we're capitalizing on the full name here.
Way to go, Paramount!
Yeah.
For me, I agree with you, Joe. I think nostalgic factor. It's the OG. It started it all. I love the dream sequence. I love the shock ending that we got. Again, a la Carrie, right? Alice was, an okay final girl. Although the next movie we're going to talk about, that is the one for me.
Kind of stepped up the game a
Yeah,
little bit.
absolutely.
But and another thing, the more I rewatch, like binge the whole series, I almost feel like that's why, especially like the first three, I have trouble ranking them, because I just feel like they're like a perfect trilogy, like as a whole entity. And granted, I like, between those three, obviously I like some more than others, but I feel like those first three movies work as a package deal the best.
I'm gonna say this at the beginning, just so we're all on the same page. The MPAA can really go fuck themselves, because imagine the movies we would have gotten.
Wait, what's in that bag? What's in the bag we were given to the MPAA?
A bag of dicks.
A large bag.
Like contractor, 55-gallon bag.
If you go back and look at some of the deleted scenes and footage from these movies that they wanted to include, they couldn't, if it was unrated, or they would have had to call it rated X. I think we would be talking a different story when we talk about these movies and rating them, because I think there's some memorable scenes that probably would have stood out more than what we're all accustomed to and everybody knows about now.
Yeah.
So I understand there is a board that has to go through to pass in order to get their ratings and whatnot.
Well, when they start,
I'm just saying that.
But you know what? With the lawsuit being over now, like now that they're going to pursue more movies and all, I just hope that Damien Leone open the floodgates for to start making slashers again, where they're just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just going to release it, and whatever money it makes, so be it.
That's
right.
Yeah,
and that's the way you should approach it.
Yeah. Absolutely. There is
there's no give a fucks.
Exactly. There is enough of a horror audience out there that appreciate, because listen, let's face facts. Any horror movie you put into the theaters fucking rakes it right now. Because back then, us horror nerds, we were the outcasts. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Horror's mainstream now, and again, Terrifier 2, I think, opened the doors, to your point, David, opened the doors to a lot of other movies taking that same unrated type route.
Yeah, they see there's money in that.
Absolutely.
Kind of like where slashers started. They realize, if we put like $100,000 or so into a movie, you make $1 million, you walk away, in the black there.
Amen. I mean, you look at Reanimator, you look at Day of the Dead. These were movies that got released unrated, and
especially in the 70s and 80s, a lot that may not have hit initially. Like, they found their following, and not that you go into a movie thinking like, well, 20 years from now I'm going to be making millions, but.
Listen, The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing was destroyed when it first came out. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with those people that went to see that movie back then? Are you kidding me?
No, it's a classic.
That's a classic, man.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie.
But in 82, everyone's like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I think it's because of E.T., right? E.T. just came out. Everybody's like, oh, happy little friendly E.T., and here comes the fucking Thing, right? And everybody, I think...
Oh, yeah, the Halloween guy did another thing. Yeah.
Right? Couldn't handle this type of extraterrestrial.
I just think also 1980, budget of $550,000, and it made gross almost $40 million in the box office.
Wow.
1980 box office.
80.
Yeah.
That's some Avatar numbers there.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's probably 4 to 5 times more than what it would be today,
Absolutely.
to be honest with you. So,
absolutely.
Taking out that one-page ad a year prior
to
get the funding and everything he needed to do the movie, it's pretty smart on his. And even Wes Craven had a hand in it for helping Cunningham. So
did they work Last House on the Left, right?
And I think they even put in the poster from the guys who brought you Last House on the Left.
Keep telling yourself it's only a movie.
Yeah.
It's only a movie.
But
Let's
So
talk
far-
about Sackhead Jason.
Yo,
yeah.
let's
so-
talk about the best fucking Jason in my book. Burlap Sack Jason
Yes.
is
the town
shit.
that dreaded
I
Suntown
know,
Jason.
right? And the final girl, Ginny.
Yes,
Amy Steele.
I love her.
Amy Steele.
Oh.
Amy Steele. We're gonna meet her, right? At the next
absolutely.
she's gonna be at the convention?
Well, the first four, Friday the 13th is the first four final girls are going
Yeah,
to be
but she's
there.
on a pedestal.
Are we
above
gonna get
the
a
rest.
picture with them?
Dude, I'm game.
I think we
Sounds
should.
good.
I'm
I think
signing
we
up.
should. I think
Yeah.
we
Once
should.
tickets go on sale, I am signing up.
Yeah. I want to. Is Alice going to be there?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first four, all four.
All
of them.
four.
Oh, nice. I'm going to hold a screwdriver to her head.
Oh
She's
my
not
god!
looking.
Don't
Not
bring an
happy.
ice pick.
Actually,
And
I
as
gotta-
we're
That girl, she got stalked, right? That's why she.
yeah, that's why she
That's
she
why
bailed
she had
out,
it,
but
yeah.
still was in for the second one, and they were just like, you know what? Here, just hang out in this room and just ad lib a phone call, and then we got a surprise waiting for you.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like apparently she didn't even know. Like
Like
you-
she
she
in the
was-
refrigerator.
Yeah, she just everything was ad lib, right?
Yeah.
So they basically got her on the set. She couldn't do the whole movie. I guess her agent wanted buku bucks.
yeah,
They did a cameo, and
but
basically,
apparently they didn't even like really tell her up front. Like, oh yeah, we're killing you in the first 5 minutes.
So this was in events 5 years. So it's like 5 years later,
Well, the beginning I believe is just like a few months later.
right after.
And it's her like recovering. By the time Paul and them go to the camp, that's 5 years later.
So where was Jason all this time? Was he just like hanging out as a
That
kid?
little
living
shack
that little
where
shack?
he
in the
eventually
shack.
keeps
Like a
his
little
mom's
fucking
head,
love shack with
Yeah.
the B-52s, just
Yeah.
chilling
And-
out.
And there's something
rubbing sticks together. I guess I don't know.
See, and I'm a little torn because there's this movie and there's another movie that has inspired a rant. I think I'll save it for the later one because I feel like there's going to be less to discuss in that one. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, just remind me. I got a part
Yeah.
2 reference to make later down the road.
Like with Alice getting messed up in the beginning with the ice pick and getting hurt. Like you guys said earlier, like they used real props in all the movies. When you get to like, I think it's 8 when they're on the boat and they got like the gun that
Oh, the harpoon.
like
whatever.
goes right by her head. Like, yeah, I mean that was the good thing. Like it
That's
looked more
real?
realistic. Yeah, it was a real harpoon.
I mean, I have a feeling the goal was budget, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't move or you're gonna die for real.
kind of like how Tom McLaughlin almost killed his wife, but we'll get into that down the road. So. But and then I guess everybody's heard about the whole thing. Like, so the very beginning of part 2, when you got Jason, skipping puddles and all that
Yeah.
stuff, that
Was that
it was
female?
a woman.
Yeah.
The costume designer or costume director or something for the movie, and they were like,
The real question is, did she have hairy knuckles?
probably not as much as Pamela, but.
Well, if we checked and we dug deep, Joe, there was probably some.
There were
hair
some
there.
dirty hands. Okay.
Yeah.
It just looked like hair.
Yeah.
But
But
it
like
was,
Jason nailed his finger too with a hammer, right? He had one of those
Oh, you saw that when
when he had the.
upstairs when he takes the axe.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I noticed that. But, all right.
Yeah, you had that pussy was floating all over the house, freaking Alice out, and then it was actually it was Jason.
and the thing I really liked about just that whole scene in general, like, okay, you got the fake out with the cat and all, but then the actual jump scare wasn't Jason; it was the head. So, like, you open up the fridge, it was like, oh my god! And it was like the fact that he comes in right away and kills her. It's just like you're still getting over that. There's a fucking rotting head in the fridge, and all that. Oh, wait. Oh, Alice is dead. All right.
So I first found out about this movie. I was a big fan of Fangoria magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up again buying those magazines, at the drugstores and everything.
Gore Zone.
Oh yeah, I used to every month. I used to go there. It was like $2.50 for the magazine, and I used to buy it. And I remember one of the probably I think the first magazine. I don't know what episode. If it was number 9, but it had her face on the cover. So Mrs. Voorhees, her face in the refrigerator on the cover of
I
the
do
Fangoria
remember.
magazine.
I didn't have that one, but
And
I do remember seeing that one.
And that was the first one that I picked up, that I got from Fangoria, and that kind of introduced me to Friday the 13th. So, a little fun fact.
And this was, I think, Joe, you mentioned this the other day we were talking. Do we need the fucking 10-minute recap
No.
to start the movie?
You know what? I do have a nostalgia for that, though. I was just thinking that, again, this time around, that was a thing back in the day. Like, when you made sequels for movies, a lot of times, though...
Back to the Future.
Yeah, at the very least, give you, like, a recap or play, like, the last 5 minutes or whatever the previous movie, or they would give you, like, some kind of verbal recap as to what...
Yeah.
And then, a lot of times, these sequels went directly, like, you know, how part 2 pretty much played out right after part 1.
Right.
And then they kind of did it with 3 and 4 also. Like, there was a little bit of a jump in this, but I was, you know, like the good old, like Porky's. You had Porky's, and then you had Porky's the next day. Yeah. So I was like that when they made sequels. It was an actual continuation from where you left off.
Yeah.
And as we get to the later movies, that's not the way they go about it.
Oh, then, yeah, continuity is just... I mean, it's pretty loose in the first 4 of these, but...
So I know cats have 9 lives. How many fucking lives did that dog have? Because
Who, Muffin?
Muffin died.
No.
Muffin was dead.
That wasn't. That was not Muffin.
That was not Muffin. That looked exactly... That was Muffin's doppelganger.
Yeah.
I thought that was Muffin.
Cupcake.
I was surprised to see... I was glad, as a dog lover, that Muffin didn't die. But I really thought that Muffin was dead.
If we're talking about kills in 2, the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe how controversial that is.
Oh,
Classic.
fuck it, dude.
Classic.
I think to me, it's the best kill of. That's how I felt. The best kill of 2 was him taking the machete to the head, pouring rain, and then going backwards all the way down.
5 minutes before getting laid.
He almost had it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the ultimate.
She went
blue
to freshen up for him too.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. With those.
Oh, he was going to get that soapy snapper.
She had those brown mustard panties. She freshened up.
Yeah, she had to change those.
Yeah. No.
Oh no, they were white panties, but that's why she was freshening up.
Oh, but that kill is
kill was I still don't know how the wheelchair didn't flip or do anything because it
was on a rail.
It was
It was
I was
almost
going
like
to say, I thought they
track.
said they built some kind of track or something
Yeah.
for it, and then they threw the stunt guy down there. But
just
but even then, like as much as it bounced around, and again, 1980, 1981, how stable was that track?
They should have gave me the shot from the front so I could have thought it was Psycho again because the Psycho guy walking,
Oh, yeah, play that
walking
whole-
down the stairs. Fucking classic. Yeah, that was a great kill.
And I think the trailer they kind of showed that already. Like that was one of the scenes I think they showed on the trailer, and
Or at least showed a glimpse of the wheelchair.
yeah.
And I love how they like freeze frame it, right?
Yeah,
You
it
know,
stops.
It just stops.
I always
It
liked
just
that in the
stops, and
first
I'm like,
couple
I
movies
do
where they
like how
did
they
that
do
whole white, that fade to white
Yep.
transition.
Yep.
But what about the guy that was upside down?
Oh yeah, rapey. The hell was his name?
Oh yeah.
I thought I put
Rack.
Although speaking of creepy too, Ralph was a little creepy in this one.
Yeah.
Like when he shows up in this one, he's just like lurking behind the tree and like, oh, what's going on there? So yeah,
You're all doomed.
like, yeah, he shows
You're
up. But this
still
time,
doomed.
It was Scott hanging upside down.
Yeah.
So and then,
Oh yeah. Boom, I have it right here. Yeah, Scott looks rapey.
That's a perfect description.
Like he just looked like.
well, he was trying to get into somebody's pants the whole entire time.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
it looked like he was willing to take it no matter what.
Muffin's mom.
And he was the other one with the backwards machete.
the backwards machete to the throat.
But one thing that this time around that I noticed that I felt less bad for Alice biting it. I mean, I loved Alice. I thought she was great. But seeing her walk around the cabin now, like, you remember in the first one, she drew the picture of Steve and like that. She was a pretty good artist and all. Like, now that the traumas come through, like, it's very, like, abstract, like Picasso. Like, you see her artwork on there and it's just like, yeah, it's not as good as it was in the last movie. So, you know what? Fuck it. She ain't gonna make it now.
Kill her. Yeah. Kill her, please.
I don't think
That's what it was, Jason.
She was traumatized.
I was going to say, Jason saw the new artwork and he figured he'd give her a lobotomy.
How do you find her, though? Like going from, you know, like the woods to the apartment building. Like,
he probably just Googled her name.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He looked her up on the Googles.
Jason was still human, right? He was still human.
I'm sorry. Dog pile. Sorry.
Dog.
So, do you remember? Let's talk about Paul. Dude had a big forehead. Right, let's get it out of the way right now. It was never ending. It was kind of
So he gave good forehead.
He gave good forehead. Yeah, that was some real estate up there. But anyway,
Never mind that. How about, especially in the beginning, Ted's shorts? Oh, that was delicious. Like, he had...
Ted's the dude with the mask, right? That scared him.
Yeah, he was like the goofy-looking prankster who was pimping at the bar.
Just one of the guys.
Yeah.
Didn't
he have a lizard or
something?
Lizard. Yeah.
He was in Christine.
He was in Christine, too.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But he's also the only one that wasn't killed.
Because he stayed drunk at the bar.
He stayed drunk at the bar.
Because he was determined to get that bartender.
I love part 2 as well, because I love when they tell those, like, you know, the factual stories, right? I'm just going to tell you a campfire tale, but it's actually real,
I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason.
There you go. So that was a cool scene.
Don't go over, and they got in trouble. Basically, give them a heads up, they don't go over there.
That's right. Well, the sign
Those
was
two
down,
fuckers.
Right? Wasn't the sign kind of... Where they ignored the sign.
It's Camp Blood.
Camp Blood, yeah.
And you know what? I hate to go there, but yeah, so much for girl power and all. So he tells the story, and nope, we're not allowed near the camp. You know, stay away from there. And then it felt like over the course of like little glimpses for like 20 minutes, you got Sandra and Jeff. And the whole time Sandra's like, come on, I want to go there. Let's go. And Jeff's like, no, we shouldn't go over there. And she's like, come on, let's. It's just like, you know what? Put on your big girl pants. Go to the fucking camp by yourself.
Right.
You don't need a man to do that. But she was just like, come on. What are you scared? What are you, a chicken? It's like, well, obviously you are because you're not going alone. Yeah, that bugged me.
Then when he was talking to the camp counselors at the start, didn't he say something about the girls not going into the woods because of the bears?
Yeah.
If you're
It's Bear County.
It's Bear County, yeah. I mean,
what about their kill? How he comes up and he spears right through both of them.
Yeah.
But you see it. You see that, you know, she sees behind him that here he comes with the spear, and then you see right through and in the blood. But the MPAA wouldn't allow what they put a whole silicone body double to show it go through the spear actually going through his back, and he was actually like standing up, and
why
they would
show that
because it was too much. But they showed it going through the bottom and then the blood dripping through, which was cool. But
did they ever save any of those? Like, there's no uncut, right? There's no like special scenes that.
From what I heard, one of these days I am going to get. They got that new, was it Shout Factory? Who did the latest box set?
Scream Factory,
maybe. I don't know, but they just released that box set. It includes like all of it, so it's not just the Paramount movies and all.
Yep, I saw.
But I was listening to something recently, and they did say like a lot of uncut stuff did make it on there. But I didn't catch
that. Would have been
which
cool
movies.
That would have been cool to see.
But that was a cool kill. 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
A la Twitch of the Death Nerve. Did you guys ever see that one?
Is that Argento? No.
It might be Bava.
So let's talk about Ginny and that rat that scared her under the bed. And
She pissed herself?
She hit, like, that's a lot of piss.
For a rat.
For a rat.
But for a Ginny, she can piss all she wants.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You knew she was just at the bar drinking,
That's true.
right?
That very good point, Danny C.
She was
Very
breaking the
good point.
seal.
So
Breaking the
she
seal.
broke the seal.
Broke the seal, and that first break of the seal is like Tom Hanks in League of Their Own.
Yes.
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
But oh, come on. What's I mean, hey, it's real to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, if Jason's into it, I mean, I'm gonna piss myself too.
Which,
A lot.
all right, it's slightly related, but another thing I just recently learned in the first Phantasm, when you had the first sphere kill,
Boy.
and I didn't notice this until like a fairly recent watch, like after it killed the guy and he falls, and then you see the little yellow puddle come out. That piss almost got it an X rating.
Really?
Yeah. I heard somebody talking about that scene almost got them the X rating, and they had to make cuts. And here it turns out they were saying it was the urine
Wow.
that almost did it. It was like, it's a biological fact. Like when you die, everything down there like lets go and all,
Yeah,
like and all
yeah.
that. And they eventually got it to stick in there. But
The only problem I had with part 2 is the cliffhanger. We do not know what happened to Paul.
you know what? I looked up a list of all the kills.
I wish I knew.
No, wait. All right. I guess. All right, I confirmed it in part 3 that Paul is still fine.
Where'd he go, though?
Because I pulled up a list just to make sure I was like following everything of every kill in every movie. And in part 2, I forget. Well, I guess technically it was 7 kills in part 2. In part 3, in the beginning, at the at the green grocer there, they got the news on. No, wait, I got it back. The numbers backwards and all. But they mentioned about the 8 bodies found. And if you count the total
You're
number of
tallying
deaths
them
in
up.
2,
Yeah.
Paul would have made it 9
Nine.
instead of 8.
Well, I'm glad Paul got
So
away.
I'm sticking to that. Paul's still around.
Yeah.
I think he just got tired of her shit and was just like, yeah, I'm dead. And made his own witness
Jenny
protection.
was great, though. I mean, Jenny was badass. Jenny was,
She definitely put the most thought into any of it. Because, like, she was dwelling on it the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right, let's just pretend this is a real guy. Like, what would be going on in his head? And
Burlap sack Jason.
best.
And that final scene.
Best. Yeah, well, part 2 for me is my favorite. Part 2 is my favorite. From the final girl to the kills to, I mean, I know there's a lot of better kills in the later movies, but for me, it's Burlap Sack Jason because he's alive, he's human,
he's
he
hairy.
looks fucking great, right? Almost
Yeah.
like that guy.
Oh,
from
we're gonna get
Hills
into
Have
that,
Eyes.
Dave. Trust me. We'll wait till the next one.
But listen, credit to Ginny. You go, girl, man. Just putting on that nasty ass sweater, putting her hair all in, looking like Mrs. Voorhees, and then kind of
If she would have
standing her
just,
ground. If she didn't lean,
she
and
didn't rock to the right a little
Exactly.
bit.
She had him, man. He was down for the count. He was on his knee. This was
and then
mommy
there would have been no mistaking where Paul was, because
Yeah. What'd you guys think? Where do you guys rank this? Where do you?
I mean, if I have to go back, it's our first real taste of Jason. Was it a mirage in the end, the first one? I think it was. So
it was definitely a good introduction.
Yeah.
I definitely liked it more than one. Like I said, it's somewhere in the middle, maybe even closer to the top for me.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
me,
it's top 3 for sure.
I was gonna say 2 or 3 for me.
Like I remember when I first got into this series as a whole, like there were individual movies that I watched the shit out of, and then when I got to the point where I started watching all of them, I know 2 and 3, like I just, as soon as I saw them, I just looped it, and I would watch them both like at least twice a day for like a week or so. I just couldn't get enough of it. And because in some aspects they are kind of the same movie, even though they're very different. So there was something about watching the 2 of them. It was just similar enough. But
How would you rank the scare scenes at the end of the first two movies? Which one did you like better? The jump.
I'd say 2 is a better overall scene, but the first one always scared me.
the first one's more effective. The second one, it just, I mean, because that was Gillette.
Warrington Gillette, yeah.
He was the one in that jumping through the window there, because you can kind of still see his face through that. Like, he just had this imposing look. Like, I think in the first one, like, Kid Jason was definitely a better scare, but I mean, you just had this hulking, hairy redneck.
It looked like the Elephant Man a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Right, a little tad.
I think if you go back and you look at the scare effect, when in the first one you see you're outdoors, your
daylight now.
Your vision is wide open.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one, you know it. That pans back, and they show
and
that
the way
window,
they framed it was just off
you
and
knew
off.
it. So the first one definitely for me, even though the second one was a lot better.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. You're more surprised in the first one than the second one, but I just loved his look.
But it was still a good.
Still got the music, right? You think, oh, everything's all well and good. Here comes Muffin, 18 lives running back in, and
Muffin wasn't dead.
See,
Muffin
now
was
I'm
just
going to have to
lost.
rewatch that again.
Oh, you know what?
Muffin Tracker 3000
was buried in Pet Cemetery right next to Crystal Lake.
There you go.
Ooh,
There you go.
is that the
Now
next
we're on to
crossover?
something, right? Is Muffin
Gage and
part of
Muffin just going Gage versus Muffin.
Was
crossover.
Muffin part of the 8 bodies found, David?
No, Muffin survived.
No, in fact, I don't think any all right, I'm jumping ahead to 4, but yeah, I don't even think Gordon was on the list for that, so I think it was just human deaths.
Just Jason was also fast.
I
He
love
was running through the woods.
great scene when Joe, we were talking about that earlier, right? With that scene, Jenny's in the shack, and through the window you see Jason hoofing it right down there. Great scene.
Which is funny because every now and then when you get like the whole running thing, everyone's like, oh, Jason's just this hulking man and he doesn't run and all that. No, he runs in more movies than he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, even in the remake, he was like sprinting through half of that.
Which I like, which makes more sense, right? Because you always wonder. That's why my wife hates horror movies, right? Because a person could be booking it, running a fucking 4-3 right through the woods, and they're just walking, and I'm gonna catch you.
Oh, that's when Jenny walks out and runs around to the front of the car, and then he's like, comes around, and then she goes the other way, and
Classic movie. Part 2 is great.
Yeah,
Part 2 is great.
well, I don't. Now, you know what? No, Ginny and Amy Steele are both awesome. Because tell you what, between Part 2 and Walk Like a Man, like, I had a lot of good times.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
April Fool's. Jenny.
She was in summer school too, right?
Wait, was?
Wasn't Amy Steele in summer school?
No.
Not the Mark Harmon movie.
Shawnee Smith.
Yeah, it
from
was Shawnee
Saw
Smith.
was in it.
Oh, that's right.
A pregnant Shawnee Smith.
But Jenny, listen, I wish
Don't
Jenny
fuck with me on that one.
I wish she would have come back for 3. I love Jenny. She was my favorite final girl, favorite movie. So I'm kind of putting it out there.
And wasn't that another case that one of the scripts that were thrown around for 3 was like a continuation for her?
Yeah.
I think she might have been the one where the agent was just like.
I think that was the case. I think Alice was more the stalker and everything that was going on in her life at that time. And again, I could be 100% wrong, but I think I don't think Ginny wanted to do it. I think looking back, I think she probably wishes that she did.
Yeah, I think even she was like, I just thought it was time to like move on, and then the behind the scenes stuff too, and all that. And then I think there was an interview where she did say like, "All right, yeah, I was a little big headed at the time. Like, it would have been nice to."
There was a lot of cast members that has said that in interviews that they regret not coming back.
Yeah, I mean, what was it, like a good 20 years later for Betsy Palmer to like come around and like, you know what, like this is an awesome thing. Oh, is that Kevin?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. In costume.
All right, break time. Is the bathroom open?
All right, so
All right, so let's go on to 3.
No, it's not just 3. It's
3D.
Part 3.
yeah, right.
This was one of trio of 3D movies.
You had
Jaws,
Amityville.
Amityville 3D, Jaws 3D.
Which one came first?
I think they said this one.
Friday
Friday.
came first.
Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they said that, like, we kind of wanted to rehash that whole thing, and it just ended up being that explosion. Kind of like what Avatar did with this last batch.
So, yeah, that was an 82 because the other ones ended up being 83, so it's actually 40 years this year. I was doing some research on the 40 years, so.
And I think this 3D was kind of better than the other 2 movies too, right?
Oh.
It was actually,
I love how
Disco Jason. This was Disco Jason.
Which
I love the theme, like the beginning song.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I mean,
Classic.
I understand why people hate it, but I don't. And it does seem like it's starting to get more love.
Oh, yeah.
Like
absolutely.
in the last 10 years, more people are like, "Oh, that's just an awesome film." And I think it's the troll in me that always kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Like, this is so not Friday the 13th, and it's going to piss people off, and I love that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this is Saturday the 14th, right?
Which is another good movie.
So this
and
literally
yes.
picks up right after.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah. Yeah. Rapey Gilman going after the daughter in a towel.
Now that's the other one. Like you hear, like, yes, I understand the timeline of this entire franchise is like all over the place, and like technically, I think even before Jason X, we're still like 1,000 years into the future with the way they play all these out and all. But like the original premise, okay, it's Friday the 13th. That was Jason's birthday and all this. But people saying like, see, now you're going into Saturday the 14th. So like, how does that make sense? It's just like, who gives a shit? It's a continuation. It doesn't have to be Friday the 13th.
Exactly.
The movie is.
Yeah.
Who's to say? And that's one critique that always bothered me. Because
Well-
like, there's no consistency with a lot of it.
So this is the movie we start off, right, with the dude in the little shop, right, who likes to drink all his fucking orange juice and eat all of his donuts and put all that shit back so the customers can just pick up some.
And then got pissed off when
Yeah.
the rabbit was hanging out in the lettuce.
Yeah, exactly, right? Get mad at that, but let me just drink everything that's on the fucking shelf.
She sees a shadow. She's doing the laundry outside. Yeah, she's looking through the window. She sees somebody out there. What's his name? Harold?
Yeah, Harold.
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 Oh,
Now this Jason.
why didn't he kill her? Why didn't like? I'm sorry if I had to live with that.
This Jason went to the fucking gym.
Well,
And the barber.
I said that to JC earlier. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this fucker, somehow did he get a haircut between 2 and 3?
He fucking trimmed that thing.
He went inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was a different Jason, and this is the movie where we get the golden piece,
The iconic.
the iconic
Yeah.
hockey mask.
From Shelley. Thank you, Shelley.
Yeah,
I got some things to say about Shelley.
Yeah. Shelley just wanted to be loved. You know,
Yeah.
he just wanted a friend.
Yeah, he's another one. I don't understand like the Haiti guy. Probably because I was definitely that guy. Like, I would just do this off the wall, annoying shit, thinking, "Oh, this will get people to like me."
And everybody hated you for it.
and then that one day when I learned not to give a shit and
Yeah.
invested in a trench coat, then
Drop
I
the
became more
bricks.
popular.
Yeah. So basically, last week.
Shit.
But
Yeah, I mean, for 3D wise, I mean, they really outdone themselves with a lot of silly. Yeah, the yo-yo, the stick,
the eyeball.
the eyeball, the harpoon gun, the wallet.
Yeah, which I think they said that was the first scene they shot, and I mean, not that they phrased it in this way, but what I heard was like, I felt like it was in a Kubrick movie. There was like 80-something takes just because they had to nail the exact trajectory of that wallet. And even though they had a lot of control over the harpoon gun, like all these other, like Rick's eyeball, spoiler alert, and all that, but like the wallet was the one genuine thing, and they just had to keep going and going. And
Although Shelley, you know, once he stood up to that biker gang, right, knocked their motorcycles down and took off, he was getting close to kind of getting somewhere. He was
Yeah.
gaining points with her.
Yeah, until he decided to fucking juggle.
yeah, but he was really good at that.
That was about the only thing he was good at.
Yeah.
He was pretty good at freaking people out. Another connection I just made this time around too is like, so in the very beginning he's got the prop knife that he sneaks up on with that, you know, the clear mask there, and then he does the old hatchet gag in the closet and all that. So he's got this prop knife, he's got this fake hatchet, but he brought an actual harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I guess plot convenience. You know, if you brought a prop harpoon gun, then I guess things may not have played out the same way. But
that mask was a little nod, a little love to Alice, sweet Alice.
Yep.
Love Alice, sweet Alice.
Brooke
Shields.
Yeah.
Her debut. She got roasted. Burned up.
So
that's been a long. It's probably like 35 years since I've seen
that was a good movie.
So Chris, the heroine in this movie, she actually has a flashback.
Yeah, let's talk about that flashback.
So she escaped Jason.
How did that happen? Because she got like knocked out. Like, did he go rapey on her, Jason?
That seems to be the thing. Like, it was implied, but then there was enough pushback. So, see, I remember the first couple times I ever watched it, it was just like, it did cross my mind, like, oh, are they trying to say, like, he might have diddled her a little bit? But it was like, I didn't get, either way, like, he came at her and, you know, she managed to survive. So it's like, but apparently that's, again, like a huge controversy.
Yeah.
Controversy.
I think all Jason wanted was just for her to rub his head, right? His freshly shorn bald head. Or freshly shorn balls.
The carpet
That's
matches the drapes,
it.
baby. But yeah, I thought that was... I mean, yeah, I don't know how. I'm assuming somebody showed up and distracted him, like, after she passed out, because I can't imagine there was any way
it was
she
Ginny. Ginny caught his attention. He had a jet.
Jason, I'm still over here. Mother's still talking to But even more so, up until that scene, though, again, I didn't realize how aggressive Rick was. Like, it was like the first half of the movie, it's like, come on, baby, when are we fucking? When are we fucking? When are we fucking? Like he just kept, he's like, come on, oh, come on. You know, I've been waiting all this time, and then you show up, and you give me the cold shoulder, and like all this, and like that. And then she sits down and explains, like, oh yeah, I was attacked by this guy, and I may or may not have been diddled by him, and he was just kind of like, okay, we'll give it another 5 minutes. Then he chilled out a little. But it never really hit me how aggressive he was with her. Like, as soon as she showed up, it was just like, all right, come on, when are we doing this?
Let me pull you up like a bale of hay.
Yeah.
On the rope.
Hey, he hooked her up with the house, so
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Now that barn, right? That barn.
Is that the one they built?
That he built, yeah.
Just for the movie?
That scene with Jason in the window looked like he was fucking smiling to me. Was the scariest that I've seen Jason. Like, that really fucking creeped me out.
I think that is like the scariest shot.
That's the scariest shot of Jason for me. It's like, motherfucker is smiling, like trying to get out. And he gets out. Jason's there. Wake up. There's Jason. There. That's right. Yeah. Part 3. Good luck. Good luck.
My favorite. Can I just say my favorite kill?
His traps, though, are fucking huge.
So this is, Art probably, took some of this, but the handstand upside down.
Oh, yeah.
For the longest time, I thought he, like, speared him.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on in that.
It took so long, like, just in the past, couple viewings over the last decade, that it hit me like, oh no, he split him.
He split him in half. So that's
Yeah,
I always
you know.
thought he just stabbed him in the balls.
No,
or,
so
and you
to
realize
me-
that because you see him dead up there, right? And you do see him kind of
Just limbs everywhere.
And he's upside down, handstanding. He looks up and he sees Jason, and Jason just splits him right in half.
Yeah.
So,
Who was the other girl? Savage. What was her last?
Randy?
No, she was who I like.
Tracy Savage.
Tracy Savage. Yeah, I like her. Definitely like her. She
And then
she was pregnant in that movie, right? Well, not real life pregnant, but
No, but in the
implied
movie, she
pregnant.
was
And
when
they-
they were in the van.
And they
implied
said
it.
they only threw that in there just to make it more tragic.
Yeah, come
when
on,
she
Jason.
went, like, he was
Wow.
killing for two.
Did you even remember that outside of watching it? 2, 3, 4 times down the line. At the first time I watched it, I kind of forgot about it, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like, whatever. I
And
really
did-
didn't pay attention.
And did you guys? Because again, I'm just like I was over analyzing this time around. Was it when Debbie's reading the magazine? She's just like chilling out. I'm guessing it was probably like a Fangoria or something. Because as she's flipping the pages, you had the one page that was talking about something about Godzilla, so some Godzilla thing happening, and then she flips it, and then it's an article on Savini, and the picture in the article was while they were shooting Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, no way.
And all that. It was just one of those, and actually I think I wrote that. Yeah, it said Savini, new master of magical makeup. And it was like this whole article. I mean, it was only in there for like 2 seconds. But this time I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm wondering what she's reading. And yeah, I'm guessing it was a Fangoria or something. Because it was like this whole spread. And then I paused it, looked, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the set of Dawn of the Dead.
Listen, Savini did. I know he wasn't in 2. He didn't do 2 any special.
Nah, he
Thanks,
did
but
he
yeah.
did 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
I think Carl
So it wasn't
Fullerton did too. I remember that name, Fullerton. I remember reading it in Fangoria. Did he do the makeup effects, Carl Fullerton, from part 2? I swore he did the effects. He did the Jason.
Yeah, and I remember, yeah, even Savini, because he ended up going to do the burning.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like, nah, I already did Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Let me
me
jump
go
on this
do-
other
yeah.
blatant ripoff of it.
Yeah.
Like
Which was a good movie. Burning, Prowler, right?
George Costanza.
George Costanza. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. When I watched this movie, there were some fun parts, but at the end, again, here we go. You're in a boat. And you see the image of Jason, and
That is classic.
The creepy Jason smile.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
creepy.
so to me, is what it is. But what do you think, Joe? Where do you rate this one?
Middle of the road. When they get him at the end, it's okay. But I never really went back and rewatched this one. The only thing to me that stands out is when he gets the mask. And that's what, makes the franchise.
Yeah,
That's the
agreed.
most important part.
Right.
Final Girl, she was okay. Nothing special.
Yeah, I liked Chris, but again, when you're coming off of Ginny,
Yeah.
like, it's a, but not, she was good. I mean, she had the encounter. She was traumatized,
Yeah.
but she still stood her ground,
And a maniacal laugh.
and that's shot at the end is one thing I've referenced to so many people, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Not that specifically, because I've seen other movies that do it, but there was a job I had like 20 years ago, and I was there for 2 years, and it drove me so insane. Like, it was to the point I was like threatening my superiors. Like, I was prepared to murder and go to jail. Like things just had me so nuts over there. And then I finally left, and everyone's like, how do you feel now? They gave me a week to recover, and they're like, how'd it go? And I'm like, that whole thing, like at the end of a horror movie when you got the final girl and they're being hauled off by the police and they just go into that. And that's when I explain that, I always have Chris in my head.
Yeah.
When I'm doing it, and they're like, no, I have no idea. Like, they're so traumatized, they just start laughing hysterically, and they're like, oh, I don't know that. Like, even horror fans, I'm like, how do you not know this?
By the way, listeners, David's resume will be attached to this in case anybody wants to hire him, since he just said that he's going to murder all of his supervisors.
I'm ambitious. I'm a real go-getter.
Yeah. I may kill you.
We
don't know.
I work well with people.
My favorite movie is a Serbian film.
It was beautiful.
And now the sadness because of the eye socket.
What about the potheads in 3?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what though? They were annoying, but yet still amusing. Like the popcorn scene.
Right.
That cracked me up. But Chili, when she died, like even from the first time I saw it as like a teenager, like that just did. It's like she just cut her head off. Like make her stop making that noise. Oh, that was my warm up to Fran Drescher. Watching that movie,
Okay,
like the way
enough
she
is,
died.
enough is enough, right? With her voice.
And the other one I didn't notice until like again just a connection I never really made and all. But yeah, Shelley. So he goes off and looking in the barn and all that stuff. And next thing you know, like you think he peers out from the barn and he seems taller and bulkier and takes an eye out. And then it's like another 10 minutes in the movie until they find Shelley and he's
And they think he's fucking around.
But it was like, so that means, I don't know what it was in movie time, but like in universe time. But like I said, you're watching for like 10 minutes. How long did he survive with that slit throat?
Yeah,
I was like, wow, he was probably one of the stronger ones.
he may have ran over there.
Maybe. It just got me like, it was like, all right, he disappeared. I'm like, okay, now you know he's dead. And it's like much later. Then he coming through the door. Real funny, Shelley. And it's like,
The boy who cried wolf.
you should have bled out a long time ago.
So that's part 3.
But any final thoughts on that one?
It was good. It was good. I mean, it was like I said. I liked the one scene, the creepy scene with Jason. Obviously, Joe, to your point, iconic with the mask, right? Introducing that the 3D and the music, man. Disco Jason.
It was very campy.
Yeah.
It was very campy. But when we get into the 4th one, I feel like the way they kicked it off, it was like more. Okay, let's get back to.
Yeah, and I did like too how like originally this was intended to be like it. I mean, a lot of them were intended to be, but yeah, they shot 3 with the intentions of like, okay, it's just going to be the 3 movies, and we're going to end it all. And, it just happened to rake in enough dough. They're like, okay, let's do one more, but this time we really, really will kill him again.
And that's a good segue.
2.
All right, let's talk about Friday the 13th 4, the final chapter now, and what I like to title it: Corey Feldman beats Jason.
He whacks him off.
Die!
All right, you know what? I was going to say this till we actually got to the end, but the thing that bugged me this time around on that on this one was the whole freak out at the very end. He was like, die. I felt like that the sound for that should have been more slashy sounding. It sounded like he was beating him with the machete. Like you heard thuds, you didn't hear
you could
cuts.
hear the sandbags.
Yeah,
it was rough.
It just, I think they kind of dropped the ball on that. Something about that scene never, like, something always bugged me about it, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I'm really listening to it this time. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't seem like they didn't have to go over the top with a, but still make it sound more choppy than.
There's
beating.
nothing wrong with it. He was a dead fuck.
He wasn't.
It was a great dance scene.
And you
yes.
leave Jimmy
Go
alone.
right to the dance.
No, Crispin Glover.
What the
It's
fuck?
You want to dance to this? Yeah, it's real good.
What makes that even worse is supposedly he was dancing to Back in Black
Yeah.
by AC/DC, and then that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
He's not dancing to the rhythm of the song.
I was going to say those moves were sporadic enough to fit.
Wasn't the dude from Last American Virgin
Yep.
in this as
Yeah.
well?
Ted.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite To be honest with
This,
you,
this has always been a top 3 for me.
yeah, this
this one.
is really there for me as a story and just. I mean, it continues right after 3, obviously.
Yeah, like however long it took the cops to show up. That's how much longer.
It's
after
Sunday the
3 it
15th.
was. Yeah. But oh,
That's why it got some 2-star reviews on IMDb.
Hey, listen. You remember the beginning where they take him to the hospital, and he gets right, he's playing dead, and like, hey, you're talking about you. He's got the girl in there and watching. Yeah. He's trying to get his game on, and she wants to watch the news, and he wants to watch aerobics. And hey, they're talking about you and being a creep and whatnot. Yeah, Jason gives him what he needs, gives him what's good for him, and basically saws through his head, which is fantastic to me.
Is it just me, or did they waste half of their movie budget on the scene? Like, they have the helicopter, they have all the ambulance, cop cars, they go on. And then all they do is wheel him into the hospital.
This was the first Friday that went, like, they went really cinematic on this one.
A little bit of a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the goal was, like, we're going out with a bang on this one, so...
This is the final Friday, right?
No, this is the final chapter.
So, Savini was
and
back
then apparently
for
they
this one,
started
right?
a whole other book.
Okay,
This
Savini
was
was back.
Savini again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to come in and destroy... He wanted to kill his creation.
Yeah. Well, little did he know.
And then, I just recently...
Well, technically he did, right? He did kill him.
Yeah. And then I just recently heard about when he was saying, like, when he got... Because he wasn't the original guy. And I forget what happened, but the guy that was supposed to do the effects, he had to back out for another project he committed to or something. And they were like, all right, well, let's give him a call and all. But apparently, like, they were already working on the makeup, and they already designed Jason for this one. And Savini said he was excited to see, like, they based the look off part 1.
Yeah.
Like, they
definitely
evolved
looked
that.
more,
So
yeah.
he was like, it's great. They already had it figured out. I didn't really have to tweak it because they did exactly what I wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Jason tends to morph every now and then. And who was Jason? Was this
Ted
Doug?
White.
Ted
Yeah.
White, yeah.
Ted
Yeah.
White. Which he just passed away, right?
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah.
Which got me thinking. I'm wondering if the whole Jimmy death scene. I wonder if that was like one of those bloopers or something that they just left in the movie because it worked. Because he's in there and he wants to celebrate. And he goes, "Hey Ted, where's the corkscrew?" And Ted White thought he was talking to him, so he thought he'd come in and stab him in the hand and all that. And then they were like, "You know what? No, that looked good. That looked good."
and a
I mean, you
cleaver-
just murdered Crispin Glover, but
And a cleaver to the head.
yeah.
It was
And I
classic.
thought that was a genius.
Where's the corkscrew? And then, boom. Hand to the board.
And that it was just, I thought it was just really well done how they did the whole reverse thing with the hatchet. They started in his head and then jerked it back.
Yep.
And it just flipped the film. So one of the things I was talking to Danny earlier about, 2 things I recently learned. One, I thought I noticed, but never enough to like fully consciously pursue it. And then I heard a mention of it. And I'm like, oh my god. In the beginning, what was his name? The coroner dude. Oh well. Either way, he's watching the workout video. Now I remember doing those back in the 80s. Dan?
The workout video?
Yeah. It's called aerobicize, or we always called it the 20-minute workout. But I remember I was on one of my diet kicks, and your mom and your sister and my sister got together. I think it was, I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday mornings, and we would go there and we would hang out in the living room and do this workout, and it like murdered us every time. So it was like when that came up, I'm like, oh yeah, I do that.
Was this the Linnea Quigley workout?
Nah, it was. But
Axel
what was
was
it?
Axel was
Axel, yeah. Duh, how could I forget? But anyhow, who did those aerobicized workouts and was in the episode that Axel was watching. Darcy DeMoss, who played Nikki in Part 6.
Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh, wow.
She was in Can't Buy Me Love, too. You ever see
forgot
Can't
about
Buy Me Love?
Yes.
Yeah, she was one of the cheerleaders.
Okay, I was going to say she wasn't the main girl.
No, she was one of the cheerleaders.
Originally, I think she was supposed to be casted for 5, but then they put her in 6.
Was that the one where she got replaced by Tits McGee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
they
was the
wanted
one-
her to do a nude scene, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
And she
then
backed out.
And even in 6, they were saying, like, could you at least, take your top off? And she was like, no, I'm not contracted to do that.
So she was the one in Can't Buy Me Love with Patrick Dempsey. We're in the car. She's like, I happen to know there's no other titty quite this pretty.
Oh!
That's her.
okay. All right.
I agree.
That was a good fact.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah,
Every
it
now
was-
and then.
for
Every
some
now and then.
reason, like, there was something other than me having known those videos. There was something that looked familiar there, and then I was just listening to somebody talk about that movie, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Darcy DeMoss was," and I went and looked it up, and yeah, she did those workouts.
Yeah.
They had like it was
Interesting.
like 7 or 8 women who they had in rotation. She just happened to be in the one that Axel was watching. I was like, "Oh my
I
god!"
have to go watch those workouts.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
didn't.
don't, John.
I didn't appreciate them for the workout that was supposed to happen
Oh,
at
yeah,
the time because
yeah.
I was like
There was
10.
there was another workout.
I was like
Taking
like
place.
8 to 10 years old. So
So this was also the start of Tommy Jarvis
yeah,
too,
And the Jarvis
and the
family.
Jarvis family for 4,
This is-
5, and 6. This is the start of Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
This is pre Goonies.
all right, quick.
This was pre-Goonies?
Pre Goonies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all right, spoiler alert. That's why he only did a cameo in 5 because, as Feldman put it, Spielberg made me do Goonies, so he didn't have the time to do it, but that he managed to break away to shoot that opening scene in his backyard.
Yeah, he
But-
complained about it on Crystal Lake Memories.
Yeah, and kind of like, the thing that really blew up your career, but yeah, you were forced to do. I mean, all right, he was forced to do some things, but I don't think Goonies was one of them.
Exactly.
Allegedly. How about also in the beginning, Rosie O'Donnell hitchhiking?
Oh, yeah.
That's all I ever saw.
That's right.
I'm
With
like-
the banana, right?
Yeah.
She
The
got
banana.
yeah.
She
I mean-
grips it, and,
I thought
Chew
that-
your food, swallow that shit.
and Savini played Jason
Yeah,
for that part.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
but it was like, obviously as a kid, I didn't know who the hell she was, and all. But like by the time I hit my 20s, like every time I saw that, I'm like, is that Rosie O'Donnell?
And I connected with Corey Feldman in that movie too, right? Because he was like every other kid that was a horror nerd, right? He had all the makeup and
Yeah.
the masks and all that,
Masks.
all that shit. His room was like a horror man cave.
Yeah,
He had the puppets he had made.
Yeah, yeah.
He just literally met a guy on the side of a road, brought him home, brings him upstairs. That's the shit you did in the 80s, right?
That's true. Yeah, you didn't have to worry about anything back
And he
then.
can cut his own hair.
Yeah.
Or was it didn't even hit me until just the way you said that. It got me thinking maybe he was just that protective of Trish that it was kind of like, all right, I can already tell you're trying to bang my sister and all. Just look at what I'm capable of doing. See this head here? This could be yours. You want to know why they're so realistic? Because the nearest county store ain't, 20 miles away.
Is that real?
So maybe that was just a very subtle threat. You screw her over.
So,
Although he did seem annoyed by the Jarvis sandwich. So maybe he wanted the both of them to go.
So safe to say he was traumatized, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
The jump scare
Fine.
near the end of the movie, where he legit,
Yeah.
that was Corey Feldman's actual reaction.
Yeah.
Because I think he came through the window like a second or two later on purpose.
Because, Ted White hated him.
Yeah.
And it was funny, in Crystal Lake Memories, again, I didn't make the connection the first time I saw that, but Yeah, they had that whole segment talking about how Ted White didn't like Corey Feldman. So I just thought he was a little prick and all this. And Corey Feldman was just like, yeah, I don't think you really like me. I think it's just because he's not like really comfortable like working around kids and all that. I think that's what it was, the fact that I was so young and he's not used to that. And then like 2 clips later, you got Ted White saying he's just like, yeah, I've done a lot of work with a lot of little kids and all that, but he was a prick. And it was just like, how do you put in the same
There's a diva.
Yeah, in the same thing that
Corey Haim must have been on set too.
Oh yeah, well they were.
We'll get into that in the next movie.
Yeah. License to Drive.
All right, wait. So,
And yeah, possibly the greatest like speech in the whole thing. Yeah, the fake out resurrection of Jason and all that when Axel finally starts getting a little all that, and then the arm drops. You got Jesus Christmas, holy Jesus, goddamn, holy Jesus, jumping Christmas shit. And yes, I had to write that down because I could never memorize it. But I didn't realize he was so religious.
Yes.
I think he might have been related to Clark Griswold.
You know what? I want to see a mashup of the two of them.
Yeah, I definitely got it. Watching that again recently, I definitely got a kick out of that. So
Shortly after, Clark was wearing the Jason mask.
Didn't he touch him in the hospital, like, after they had already cut the scene? And then when he freaked out, they ended up leaving it in the movie?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure they said he improvised. Like, they had cut the scene, and he dropped his arm on them, and they freaked out so much that they left it in the movie.
Oh, all right. Then I like it even more. And another one, it took a couple watches till I noticed, like when they were first, pushing Jason in the box and all that, and you just saw that little...
Yeah.
that really subtle breath.
You forgot to close the fucking door.
Yeah.
So Jason's kill scene was pretty good in this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, his slide down the machete.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
I still feel top 3 like makeup of Unmasked Jason. And again, because it was, they actually based it off of Kid Jason. Yeah.
It was the slice and the slide.
Slice and slide. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
If I remember right, I think the original goal, before, they had to make cuts, was that it was supposed to like completely like sever half his head off. And then I guess they were already getting shit for that. So we're like, all right, we'll just get a nice deep cut and a nice slide going down there.
MPAA.
Well, they should have. It was the final chapter, right?
Yeah.
And they even said they kind of right out of the gate was prepared to make all these cuts throughout the movie, figuring in exchange for, we're going to make this ending brutal as hell. So, yeah, we're totally fine trimming back every other death scene, but we want to go all out for this, and they, still had to make cuts on that.
Well, we're glad that they didn't do that, because it would have been hard to bring him back if half his head is gone. They would have to. Well, Michael Myers did come back after he was decapitated. So.
I mean, Jason was blown up, but
that's true.
We'll save that for later.
That's true.
All right, and I mean, since you're crossing over into other franchises and all, that's another random thought I had. Okay, which is the better trilogy, the Thorne trilogy or the Tommy Jarvis trilogy?
Give me the Jarvis. That whole fucking Thorne trilogy. I have no clue what the fuck is going on there.
I know someone that's going to hate you. No, not saying I disagree, but
some of the kills. Well, the mother, you never saw her kill.
Yeah. Apparently that was an alternate ending that they never... Yeah. I forget if they didn't shoot it or if they threw it aside, like, immediately.
The girl goes in the raft by herself. She's like, I'm leaving. She got pissed off. One of the twins was messing with her boyfriend.
God, I love her.
And she went out there, and she's by herself. And here comes a knife up through her stomach, through the raft. And kills her, and it comes right through the other side through her back.
Yep.
And then the boyfriend comes chasing after her, and she's on the raft still. How the fuck is that raft still afloat?
Because he went through the bottom, not through the floaty rim.
Okay, so it didn't fill up with water, the hole?
Jason had that, as seen on TV.
No, she was plugging it.
Yes.
Her blood came through, coagulated, and plugged the hole.
There you go.
Oh, so we can
run with that.
And she actually almost died shooting that.
Oh, yeah.
until Jason.
Hypothermia?
Jason saved her from
Ted
dying
White, yeah.
before he killed her.
I'm gonna save you, then I'm not killing you.
Yeah, because I think it was shot in like wintertime.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, yeah, because if you die from hypothermia, you can't be part of the kill count.
Or it depends. There's enough sick directors out there. They would have been like, all right, well, I mean, she's already dead. Here, throw her in there, and we'll just mutilate the cadaver.
Where's her eye socket?
All
right.
You know what? I'm not touching that one because I loved her.
Yeah, so what was it? Teddy Bear. He gets.
You have a kiss for Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Like that. Did you ever see it at the beginning when they're in the car and he's pretending like he's typing on a fucking computer and he's typing away?
It's like a case of beer.
And Crispin Glover's like, so what does it say? It says, it says you're a dead fuck. It's just like, Crispin Glover's looking at him like, so what's the computer say? Like it's really going to come out with a fucking answer. It's like a case of beer.
Yeah, and then he's just like, yeah, and then there's no, because I mean, come on, BJ Betty. You remember that? They were talking about BJ Betty and all, and he was just like, all right, well, screw you, Ted. There is no computer. And he goes, and there is no Betty either. and yeah, that's another one I just recently learned about how the two of them actually became like buddy, and they actually plotted out, like they basically wrote that scene and a bunch of others. Like they came up with their own dialogue just so it was a more natural.
Ted really got high during that whole movie scene where he was watching the
because he said
flick.
He said outside of stereotypes he didn't know how to act high. So he's like, all right, I guess I'll just have to do it. And he's like, then I realize I'm a very paranoid
stoner. But his kill, obviously it was through the move back into the movie screen, but they said no.
I think that was another one they had to trim quite a bit.
Yeah, where they came through the front of his head, and imagine making all these props and not even using them for the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And again, we'll get into that waste down the road as well. But that was the other one too with with Jimmy and Ted, like when they were going back and forth about the twin. Oh, in the kitchen, and he was just like, hey Jimbo, how you making out with yours and all that. And just remember, don't be a dead fuck. But then he ended up making the comment. Jimmy turns to him and he was just like, well, come on, man, you got the hot one. They're fucking twins.
Yeah.
But he's like, you got the hot one, just as she comes walking in.
Crispin Glover, he takes her up, they bang, and then he's like, so, was I a dead fuck?
She's like, what? What was it? What was it? I think you were amazing.
And that's how he got the role for George McFly.
Good for him. Good for him.
So how would you rate Trish as a final girl compared to the previous three?
I liked her, but yeah, to the previous three, I'd probably have her at the bottom.
Yeah.
I agree.
I definitely, I know the first time I watched the movie, I always thought she was a good one and all, but the more I watch those earlier ones, it's like, not that Trish was bad, but the others were definitely better.
Yeah, so they had to build that house that they went into where he had all the murder scenes.
Yeah.
As well. But the original house that Jarvis's were living in when they grew up, and I think that's still out there. But the prop house where they had, where she runs back, it's like, oh, okay, so Tommy has enough time to go upstairs, cut his hair, shave it, after seeing a few pictures, so.
Of some strange guy that they just met that he showed off his mask collection to.
Where'd they film this?
California.
Yeah.
Yeah, they jumped ship on Jersey really early. But I did appreciate that they kept the Jersey tags on the cars, even when they stopped shooting in Jersey. I think even up to this movie, if you saw, I forget if it was 3 or 4 was the last one, but you saw a car drive by, there was Jersey tags. Sorry, Jersey tags.
Jersey.
Skis in his jeans.
But you got the feeling like at the end of the movie where she's in the hospital, Trish is in the hospital, she survived. Yeah, Tommy goes to the hospital, sees his sister, giving her a hug, gives that glimpse where they cut the movie.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Where it's like, oh, okay.
And that still burns Feldman. Like, to this day, he's like, why aren't they making me and Tommy again? Like, I even heard an interview from him in, like, the past year, and he was just like, I was supposed to go on, and I was supposed to do this and that, and, like, he's really sour that he hasn't reprised Tommy. It's kind of sad, but kind of funny.
And then there's part 5, A New Beginning.
Oh.
And on to part 6.
You know what? Another line that I always liked, and I know it wasn't the intent, but the way it came out, I just love the flow of the whole thing. When they first pick Rob up, and they're like, "Oh, so what are you hunting out here anyway?" And he's just like, "Oh, bear." Like, just, real casual about it. And Tommy's in the back. He was just like, "You can't be hunting bear out of here." And he's like, "Kids, what about kids?" And I know he was moving on to something else, but the way those two lines, he's like, Tommy interjects, and he's just like, "What about kids?" As if, like, I'm hunting kids. Can I do that? Can I kill your little brother back here? Like, from day one, that always cracked me up. Yes, so, amazing movie. I guess we all agree that it was
I remember
one of the best.
I remember, to be honest with you, before, I think back in the day, this got my attention. This is what kind of really drew me to Jason, was seeing, it was the $1 Million Movie one night on Channel 6. They used to have it like Saturday nights, was the $1 Million Movie at midnight, like 12 or 5, 12:30 or whatever. And I watched this. I stayed up and I watched it. And this must have been 88, probably, 5, 8, 7, 8 years old. And this is the one. This is the one I could appreciate. I went back through it and watched it. And it was uncut. It was the late night $1 Million Movie, on Channel 6. And that's where this kind of drew me in. Then I was like, oh, there's other ones? Yeah, my cousin was an influence on that one. So.
And as much as I liked, I thought they did a good job on 2 with making more likable characters. They weren't just as much, but I think this is like the first one where you kind of felt for at least 80% of the kids and all. Like, you got to know them a little bit. And
yeah, they fleshed the characters out a little bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think they ever did it again. But at least in all 12 movies, if we're going through like every single one, I would say it was definitely the best assortment of characters of all of them. Like, the first time.
Certainly a classic.
Although I think Jimmy definitely had a lot to do with that. Jimmy's a man. But Friday the 13th, Part 5.
Yeah. Why did that anger everyone? Why was everybody up in arms about that?
What's that, 5?
I don't know.
5, yeah. Everybody felt gypped.
I was gypped by the
fucking Ron.
No, whoa. I'm going to tell you this right now. I was gypped by when I was in the video store. And I was looking at the box, and I'm like, this isn't Jason's mask. What are these? It's not circles. These are squares, and there's no.
It was like elongated. It was like a bigger. You could tell when it engulfed more face.
It was the original hockey masks. Like Black Christmas.
They should have used the hockey mask for Black Christmas. That fucking monstrosity.
But I mean, when I saw that, when I was at the video store. Combing the group of movies, I was like, wait a minute, is this really Jason Voorhees that we're going to be watching in Part 5? But no real issues. No real issues at all. Ron the ambulance driver.
I thought it was Ron. It is Roy.
It's Roy.
They basically tried to do a whodunit.
Yeah.
And
that was their biggest,
I give them credit.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly what we became accustomed to, and that's probably why it catches so much flack. As a standalone movie, it's not terrible.
It was the Halloween 3 of the
franchise.
Right, absolutely.
It was Tommy's story, right? right? It was kind of his how he was dealing with the shit that he went through.
And a porn star director at the helm.
That's true.
He did some exploitation as well.
That's true. There's one kill in this movie, right? I'm trying to remember and I'm so glad that he was like a bully, right? That was at the this house. That kid that gets chopped up. Fucking hated him.
Oh, Joey?
Joey, yeah. I don't know if he was the son of the.
Yeah, he was Ron's son.
Yeah, it was Ron's son. That's right. It's been so long since I've seen this movie. I can't fucking stand him.
Yeah, about Joey.
So Vic had the right of way.
No, Vic was very out of line. So forget it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that other thing I learned about. Now, I saw the documentary, I guess, and I remember hearing the name. I didn't make the connection. Remember Corey Feldman's Tell-All? That documentary just recently put out? Naming names?
Yeah.
About who had their fun with the two Coreys?
Yeah.
Joey was one of the biggies that he named.
I didn't see that. That's a recent,
when it came out, I don't even know because I wasn't paying for it, but I found some way to watch it eventually. Because I'm kind of
recent. That's a recent.
Yeah.
In the last 2-3 years,
They released. It was like you had to buy the viewing ticket or
buy,
token or something.
Buy a ticket to go to his website to watch it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm pretty sure it's like on YouTube now or something.
Interesting.
And it was an hour and a half of dragging out for him to be like, oh yeah, Charlie Sheen fucked my friend.
Basically.
But he did kind of dabble in, but for some reason I feel like that was kind of already known. But then he did mention one or two other names, and this guy Dominic. Like I remember he mentioned the name, I never made the connection. That was Joey. So little chocolate part Joe, and maybe that wasn't chocolate on his face when he was going through there.
Oh, jeez.
Because I believe it was
He
right
went
around
there.
that time.
He did.
He went there.
So that's why Corey only had a cameo.
Yeah, so Corey was only in it for a short period of time because of Goonies.
Yeah,
He had to shoot that
because
movie.
Spielberg made
Made
him.
him do it. So they recorded this in his backyard. They brought in the fake rain. That's why it was so terrible. I'm looking at the grave, Jason. I'm like, yeah, that's not 6 feet under. Just looking, fucking rocks around it.
Hey, let's dig him up.
That was fucking terrible. I mean, that's the start of. I don't know. To me, other than some decent kills, the boobs.
The boobs.
That's the
boobs.
most memorable part.
Yeah,
of
The
that.
boobies.
The best set of boobs in all the Jason films.
Okay.
Deborah Voorhees.
Nah, not the biggest.
The biggest. You're right. The biggest, not the best.
I think my favorite boobs were all in 4. But that's just me.
Samantha.
Well,
So
she's number one boobs of all Friday
Refresh
the
my
13th.
memory on the boobs. Is she the one? And I'm trying to place which. Is she the one that got? How did she die?
The shears to the eyes.
Okay, now
That's
I
a
know-
great
Now
kill.
I
was-
know who
yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
That's
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
And the damn enchiladas.
Yeah, and then when I first saw this one, yeah, it did. I saw it early enough that it pissed me off that it was like because on rewatch, from the moment Roy shows up, good goddamn well he's the one killing. He is so over the top suspicious throughout the movie. First time watching it, you're not looking for it because it's like, all right, it's a new Jason movie.
Or how he makes
And,
a quick comment, after they pick up another kill.
Yeah, and the cop was just like, oh, what kind of sicko would be doing something like, hey, you talking to me, Chief? What? Oh, nothing. Here, let's go get this spot. And, he's traumatized by one death, but then the rest of it, he's just like, let's throw this in the back of the ambulance. Like, to me, like, the second he shows up, it's just, like, he even has, like, a smirk to him in all the other deaths. Like, it's so obvious, because I guess Lou Ferrigno isn't that good of an actor. I'm sorry, from day one. I'm like, that's the guy who plays the Hulk. That's just what I always saw him. But
it could have been done really well.
But once you accept, like, okay, this isn't a Jason, and just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And even if you hate the movie, Demon, you can't not love Demon. Especially, like, the Enchilada, that was the first highly quotable line from any horror movie for me. Like, hanging out with my friends and all, and it was always like, oh, those goddamn enchiladas! Like,
Miguel Nunez,
yes.
Joanna Man.
Yes.
See, for me, I always go to, like, he was the first of two Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead. I mean, that was one of two people in this movie. Vic.
And that was 85 also, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 85.
So he shot those two back to back then.
Yeah, so him and Vic were both in Return of the Living Dead. So
who was Vic?
Vic was killed by Tarman.
Oh, shit. I didn't even make that connection.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Tommy in part 6.
No,
I went straight
Tom
to that.
Matthews, no. But
Yeah,
Vic,
I forgot
The
about
best Tommy
Scourge,
Jarvis.
what was it? Trash? No, not
Trash, Suicide.
Suicide, that's it. But, you know, he, that, you know, to me, that's always going to hold a spot for me. But anyway, it's just, I just think 5 could have been done really well if.
And apparently that took a hard set of cuts as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it just Corey Feldman did the cameo. Then they jump up 10 years, right? You're basically thinking it's 10 years. You know, he's in this foster family now.
Yeah.
And he's got a friend, Reggie, little Reggie. And,
Reggie see, he was another one. Reggie and Demon, like, were my two favorite characters.
But he could have did it like they had you kind of guessing, but then they kind of threw those tidbits out there, like, yeah, this isn't Tommy. It's like, is it Tommy doing all this?
See, I never felt that. As much as they were trying to make it seem like him.
But they wanted to, and they didn't. However, that's where, okay, you could have been something different, and it really was him. And you could have taken it to the next level.
Because they even ended it the same. Like, they even ended this one just like 4. Like, okay, yeah, Tommy's taking the torch on this one. And they just never did it. In fact, yeah, come 6, it was just like, oh yeah, that
let's bring it back to
thing
life.
never happened,
Yeah.
but
It was normal as shit. And the cop's daughter in 6. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. And yeah, like the whole outhouse scene, like, again, one of the greatest horror scenes ever. And yeah, Nunez, like, you know, you could say what you want. Like, if you don't like his acting, I mean, he wrote that song just for that scene. So it's like he's just talented on so many levels. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, hey, baby. And yeah, I remember even as a kid, like, as soon as he showed up, I knew then, like, I want to be him. Like, Demon was just like everything I wanted to, and yes, including I wanted my own Anita as well. She was so cool.
Oh, what about the dance? Was there the girl with the robot dance?
Oh yeah.
And I think they were gonna, she was gonna get jabbed right up the middle.
Oh yeah. And then they were like, oh, okay, that might be a little too harsh. All
Yeah.
right, let's go for the stomach.
Yeah, let's take the easy way out.
Yeah, the most 80s character in that movie.
Dude, they had her. She was going on dancing for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is rough.
She was only going to do it for like 10 seconds, but then like Jake came in and he's like, "Can we talk?" And she's like, no, I'm busy." And she stretched the dance out a little.
This had the most nudity. It also had the most kills.
Yeah,
I think it was like 24 kills in this
with
one.
the least Jason.
With the least, yeah, the least Jason, other than him.
So face it, Ron's a better killer than Josh.
Roy,
Roy,
the ambulance driver.
I gotta revisit 5 again.
And
No, you don't.
Don't
Yeah,
save your
I might
time.
have to.
I am curious though. I wonder if Will Ferrell was a fan of this one, because the whole thing with Jake and Robin, like hanging out watching the movie on the couch, like that, and he was just like, I like you. I want to be with you. I want to make love to you. And she just starts laughing. Fast forward, yeah, right, you know, Anchorman comes out, and I just said, I want to be on you. I'm like, I wonder if he took any inspiration from that. Because now every time I watch this, all I think of is Ron Burgundy. Just a lot stuttery.
What inspiration? I don't know of any inspiration I would take from this movie. I mean, I love the shears of the eyes. That was pretty awesome. And then the snap.
Yes.
It's like jab into the eyes.
And yeah, I thought the makeup for that looked really good, too.
Yeah. But yeah, originally Darcy DeMoss was supposed to be in that. She was supposed to be in 5 and ended up being casted for 6. So
What was it, Voorhees that took her place?
Voorhees.
Deborah Voorhees. Oh, and what about Ethel and Junior?
Oh. She had the mouth on her like a truck driver. But that was another good kill. He's on the motorcycle going around.
Yeah.
Coming through the porch.
Like when that finally happened, it was just like I could only imagine a standing ovation for that one because like I wanted to kill him by that.
Ma!
But I love that. Like he's just like
Remind me of Mother's Day.
Yeah, just mimicking everything she's. She's like, hey, that was some ugly guy over there. Yeah, Mom, she's totally ugly. Like, and at one point, she's just like, you big dildo, eat your fucking slop. Like, Ethel was the best.
Yeah, good point.
And she got to be one with her stew.
Wasn't that the one where the guy was in the car doing coke? And chick.
Yeah, Billy.
I'm here for Lana. Oh, let me check.
What? 45-year-old Lana? Oh, man. It was like, is she supposed to be like teens or 20s? Because she looks my age.
He's definitely pushing 50s.
It's showtime. But yeah, I love that. Yeah, so Billy's out there waiting, like, he decides, all right, let me just start the party myself. And he's just sitting there, like you didn't get any much slimier than him, where he's just like, weather tonight, cloudy in the mountains, sunny in the valley, and snow flurries up my nose.
That's the classic shit we love.
It's such a cringe line, but it works.
It does.
Because he looks like the kind of guy that would say... Like, he almost looks like the kind of guy that doesn't do drugs, and he feels like that's what you should say before doing drugs.
Right.
And then you got, what was it, Pete and Vinny. It was like one of the add-on kill, the Beastie Boys rejects.
That was like the first kill.
It was like Barry Sobel and...
Is that the flare light into his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I heard there's rumors that they're saying, oh, that was the first like on-screen gay couple.
Yeah.
I guess you can see that kind of vibe and all. It's just like I don't see how that changes anything. They were just two cringe characters, and
they were one of many kills in the movie. I think if you take out Jason and take out the whole Tommy Jarvis character and not have the random killer, maybe it's a different movie. Maybe it stands differently with the kills like that. But I skip this movie even when I'm watching these in chronological order. I refuse. I skip this.
Like I said, I don't mind it as it really stung in the beginning. Like when I first saw it the first couple times, and then like the more I watch it, I appreciate it for what it is. Again, if you just not look at it as a Friday the 13th, it's just somebody doing a hockey mask killing and all. Oh. And yes, the little detail that I've never noticed before, speaking of the dancing scene, when Jake goes to Vi's room and like, oh, can I talk to you? And she's like, oh, I'm busy. Can it wait? No. And he closes the door and she's got like the newspaper clippings on her door. And there was actually a thing on there for, I guess, a band coming called Death by Sneezing. I don't know how that caught my eye, but when he closes the door, I'm like, I wonder what those newspaper... And then they had a thing that said death by sneezing. Like, I want to hear this band. In fact, if I ever start a band, I think I'm going to take that.
I wonder if that was going to be a kill for her, and that was like the intro to it,
That sounds like a Freddy kill.
Yeah.
Just blow pepper in somebody's face and watch them just keeps... Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Paramount made a ton of money because I think they thought about it, and I think that's what
because it coming off of 4.
Coming off of 4,
But see, then 5 burned 6.
5 burned 6, which is kind of fucked up because 6 is one of my favorite ones. I mean,
that's the dream master of this franchise.
Yeah.
It's the one that, even if you're not a horror fan, you probably, if you saw any Friday the 13th and you don't typically watch this shit, you saw 6.
The best Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah.
My second favorite. Six. Absolutely.
Mine as well.
Zombie Jason.
I definitely feel like it's my most watched of all of them. Because when that came on video,
Jason
Yeah.
Lives, Part 6.
which again, like the return of Michael Myers, they wanted to make sure, all right, no, we're going to bring the fan favorite back.
So who was that? That was Tom McLaughlin, right?
Yep.
Who directed this? I think he did One Dark Night, which was another kind of frat house type, stay in a mausoleum on a dare.
I
type
did
of
hear
movie,
about that, yeah.
Yeah, like Hell Night. Hell Night was it. I don't know if you guys saw Hell Night with Linda Blair.
No,
That was
since I was a
another
kid.
That was
Yeah.
another good
This
one.
was Tom McLaughlin.
Tom McLaughlin.
And it,
Yeah,
kind of
so-
saying how he wanted to bring in the campiness, but also kind of the gothic, universal horror elements to it.
So Tommy Jarvis, normal again with Welcome Back Cotter.
Yes.
Rorschach.
Which was a great kill scene, right?
Oh, right through the chest.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of the blood of the whole movie,
Right.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of blood in this.
That was the second one I showed my kid. The first one was because he's a science nerd. I figured he would appreciate the
electricity.
the liquid nitrogen that
Oh,
Jason adds.
okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So I'm like,
one of the better death scenes.
I'm just like, you know what? That was like one of the first like tastes of horror I gave him. I'm like, I think he might get a kick out of this one. And then he didn't really flinch that much, so I was just like, all right, let me throw on 6 and see what he thinks of that, because it is, I think, the most bloodless of all of them.
I think it was PG-13.
It was the first one without nudity as well.
Yeah.
And you wish you had it, right?
Mhm.
He's back.
The
He's
man.
the man behind the mask.
Yes.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Just hang out
Yeah.
to the end of the song. How much longer is it? About 10 minutes. and then the power gets cut, and she was like, "Oh my god, did you?" And he's like, "I thought the song was over." Travolta's nephew, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the kid who played it. And it's like, now looking at him, I'm like, you could see a little bit of that Travolta bloodline in his face.
And this was the one where you actually you put children in danger too.
Yeah.
In this one, which
And I remember when I
That's
showed the
interesting.
kid that, and then there's the scene where he goes into the cabin with all the girls, like that, and the one wakes up and she's looking. He's just like, "Wait, pause it." I'm like, don't worry. I said, if anything's gonna freak out, I'll give you a hit. He goes, no. Is he gonna go Anakin on her? And a little tear came down. He's like, don't
Yes.
tell me he's gonna go all Anakin. I'm like, that's beautiful.
That was Revenge of the Sith there. Yeah, that was the...
Master Voorhees, what are we to do?
6 was the beginning where it starts off and there you go to the grave site and Tommy's from the mental institute and he wants to make sure this fucker dies and burns in hell.
Yeah.
And they go to the grave site, they open up the grave, Rorschach's like, nope, I think this is a bad idea. They open it up. Tom Matthews, who plays Tommy Jarvis in this one, is like, oh, let me go get a piece of the fence over there, metal fence. sticks
why
it
would
in
you
him.
do that though? He's
Because he
already
wanted to
dead.
stab him.
Well, it was the
He was
whole
going
trauma
back.
thing, because he was
Ah,
rethinking.
Yeah. It's just caused more trouble.
Well, because you saw how things worked out in Return of the Living Dead.
That's
But
true.
no, they weren't really dead. So
Good
Tom
point.
Matthews.
Good point.
So he was just making sure.
Good point.
How funny would it have been, like, they go and they dig up the grave and then they cracks the coffin open and trioxin just blows into his face? How awesome would that? And that's where Jason became resurrected.
And then
Send more cops.
send more paramedics.
Is that going to be another one where we just run through, like, what, all 6 of those?
This one had like the most 80s vibe to it for some reason.
Yeah,
It
this
just,
was,
right,
again,
it
this is like the MTV
yeah,
Friday the 13th.
Exactly.
And I liked how when he reached out and like to Cooper and be like, hey, you want to do a song? And he just like threw him 3 songs, just like, here you go, do what you want. That was just
everybody was
awesome.
through. You had Docking with Dream Warriors, right? So
Yeah.
everybody was kind of jumping on the bandwagon, metal and horror.
How about the one in one of his first kills after he rips out Horshack's heart? Goes through the woods. And you got there going through the woods. And you get the car. Car stops.
Oh
yeah,
You know, it's like
Yeah.
I don't think a guy in a mask in the woods is.
Yeah.
I'm going backwards.
And there was what was it, like a MasterCard or
Yeah.
some type of credit card?
American Express.
American Express.
And he even said like he's like my whole goal was like sit there and see the test screenings and all just for people to start screaming. He wanted his Rocky Horror moment of don't leave home without it. But that was the scene I was saying, like how he almost killed his wife because that was her
Yeah.
in the car, and what's his name from Ghost.
Yeah,
But,
the main character from Ghost.
Oh, that was McLaughlin's wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the whole thing where when
The
Jason
pole
goes and he
went through.
Yeah.
It
spears the
slid down.
windshield, it deflected enough so when you see her like duck down and he stabbed the windshield and it like slid in her direction and said like that they were interviewing her and she's like that like just missed
Wow.
stabbing me in the face. Like I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It was just a mishap in one of my movies. I swear I didn't set that up at all.
And then they're out doing paintball. And
oh, yeah.
takes the one guy and he throws him into the tree, and then it slides down.
The
There's
smiley
blood on the
face.
smiley face. Looks like it was carved in there.
Emojis before the start.
This is way ahead of the game.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Back then it was smiley stickers. Yes, possibly the most misogynistic character. She should be back in the kitchen where she belongs.
His machete in the shed. I'm like,
It's
yeah,
like,
this is where he's going to get his machete. He's back.
and I would have like, I see what you did there. That would have been cool to say. I don't know. I'm assuming that footage probably still exists because apparently they had a much better effect going on with that triple decapitation, and they had to cut all that back too.
That's such a shame.
But
because-
apparently they had the heads fully made and everything.
Yeah, they show it in Crystal Lake Memories, the deleted scene.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I got to get that Blu-ray set because it sounds like it's like all 12 movies and then like another 3 discs of like bonus shit.
Yeah,
So
I saw it
it's
on
like-
Amazon and I was tempted to buy it.
and the price fluctuates so much.
It was like $100.
Do they have any? Are they in 4K? Any Friday the 13th in 4K, or is it just Blu-ray?
I think this
They do have a 4K.
I think this remaster is,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just
which
remember-
I don't know if that would help benefit or not.
Yeah.
Like
Hello,
you-
Kevin Bacon.
You almost need
Oh
that.
gosh,
4K. Shit.
there's a lot of them. The slices to the throat, you could see it was really make-upped up, and all of them.
But again, it was so close, and especially for the time they were. But yeah, you could see how it's like just a shade off.
I love the battle at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Classic battle.
He
Jason.
taunted the shit. Ooh, come on, Jay. Come on, you pussy. That was my other like quotable line as a kid. It was always like if you were calling out one of your friends, it always had to be in that Tommy tone, like "Come on, you pussy." And more recently, I've been hearing about like Megan, like, oh, that's not realistic. Like she's just over the top, how rebellious she is, and all that stuff. No, I kind of remember in the '80s, like that was the kind of sarcasm you would throw at your parents.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might have pushed it too much, and the belt comes off. But like the way she was being a smartass with the old man, like that never stood. But more recently, I hear people saying, "Oh, that's not how kids would act to their parents." I'm
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
like, I did worse than that.
That's the only way.
Like-
to act really.
Kids trying to be rebels,
Yeah.
do their
Yeah.
own thing,
Yeah.
going against what their parents really wanted. In their case, the sheriff.
Yeah, it was the sheriff Garrett or Garrison.
Grimes.
That's a whole other thing. That's a different zombie.
Garris.
Yes.
Sheriff
And
Garris.
that was another one of those like brutal kills, even though
Oh yeah.
you barely saw anything and it was completely bloodless. And one they had to chop
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
He gets bent.
Yep.
Oh, and Sissy gives good head.
I love Sissy.
she gets pulled out through the window, and he twists the head up real quick. I mean, that's a top 10 for me.
Yeah. I forget who it was. Paula. She was the one, like, she was in the cabin and Jason went in there. You just hear some scuffling and then just blood splattering up on the windows from the inside. For some reason, that always came off as, like, they showed nothing. Just, she's in this cabin with him, and yet it just felt like a brutal kill. Probably just because they sprayed the windows some.
And the little girl that was having nightmares was named Nancy.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
That's right. So there was a homage. And then one of the roads he was at was like Cunningham Way.
Yeah.
So
Karloff service station.
So, which was cool. There was a lot of homage there.
Yeah, there was a Carpenter. There was a Cunningham.
Wasn't there a girl that had suspenders with sweats?
That was Sissy.
That was Sissy?
Yeah.
Well, don't you badmouth my girl.
Oh, I'm not going to add that. I'm just... That was the 80s, though. You wore suspenders.
And it wasn't Crystal Lake.
Camp Forest Green.
Forest Green,
yeah.
Which is crazy because then they changed it before they got to 7. They went back to Crystal.
Well, now Jason travels. We know he makes it all the way to New York too at some point.
Yeah.
And then space. Yeah, and hell.
Yeah.
And
he went to hell.
Jesus.
He's everywhere.
He went to space.
And then how about the groundskeeper there? I mean, he's no Crazy Ralph, but he was probably my favorite. He was probably, what am I, a farthead? Yeah! And that was another one me and my buddies always threw around. Kathleen, you led me astray. You'll be the death of me.
Dunzo. So this is the 6th one is the end of our Jason round robin. So this was C.J. Graham. 5 was Tom Morga. 4 was Ted White. Richard Booker was 3. Steve Dash was 2.
And Warrington Gillette.
And
Ari Lehman.
And Ari Lehman was the OG. He was in the first Friday 13th. This boy that came out.
So
and then also Ellen
metal guys. He got a band or something. Ari Lehman.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
he does. But I mean, out of them all, the first 6 that we're covering for this episode. I mean, who's your favorite that stands out most
of the Jasons?
Of the Jasons of these 6 Jasons.
Probably Ted White.
I did see all these earlier ones. I've grown a much bigger appreciation for them, like in more recent years. Like for me, like once Hodder got involved, I'm like, that's my Jason.
Agreed.
He may not have had all the best movies, but yeah, the more I watch the earlier ones, I definitely have a far bigger appreciation for them. And it's sounds like a cop out, like. But I just think, for the most part, that there's just great things about all of them. Like, again, how we were saying, like with Richard Brooker, the smiling Jason in the window.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's gonna, like, that was the creepiest Jason moment of all of them.
Exactly.
But even, the whole sackhead thing, more recently, I understand why people love that one so much. That was definitely the most human Jason of all of them. Yeah. Ted White, I thought, did a great job too, especially since I heard how much he hated. Dan showing off his artwork
Hodder gave Jason a personality, just by the breathing alone.
He even said he wanted to bring a little bit of a human element to a zombie.
Exactly. But again, for me, like I said, part 2 is the crown achievement for me. That is my favorite burlap sack Jason. So for me, it's, I guess, combo between Gillette and Dash for me.
Which I'm still not even sure. One of these days I'm going to look up the actual breakdown. Because it seems like Dash played him, and it was like...
There was a lot of back and forth,
and
too,
Gillette just jumped through the window. In my mind, that's all I see.
I'm more of a... I like 3. I like Brooker.
Yeah, he's...
it's just the way he got around, and I always remember the hand You know?
Oh, yeah.
I always remember, but
He was more menacing
yeah.
because he was big. He was a big dude.
I mean, to me, that's Ted White is, like I said, that was where I was first introduced to Friday. Was the feel of that.
And I liked his wardrobe, Booker. I liked the whole, like, the green type of...
the more mechanic-y looking clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got a haircut, definitely. Shaved his head, got a haircut.
For a lap, Jason was on the fucking farm. For a bit. What his get up?
But yeah, I mean, aside of 5, well, I guess because it wasn't really a Jason, but yeah, like all the rest of them, I just thought they were all great in their own way. And again, sounds very like purposely diplomatic, but I have a lot of trouble choosing a favorite between that and this first half batch.
I always skip over 5. I watch 4 and then I put on 6 right away. It's kind of like I like to forget about 5. In fact,
but then how do you know what happens to Tommy in between?
You can figure it out.
I'll read the synopsis. Yeah. All right.
Tommy goes to this place and he, was accused of being a killer.
And this was the end of Tommy Jarvis being mentioned.
Yes, this was the end of his trilogy.
Yeah.
So,
despite Feldman's protests.
And this is the end of our episode, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think we still have a lot to talk about, right?
Yeah, we came into this one very, very ambitious. We were going to blow out this entire franchise and realized we
spent 45 minutes on the first one.
Yeah, we're a lot more chatty about these movies than we anticipated, so we decided we're going to make this one a 2-parter.
Yeah.
So we figured we'll split it right down the middle, and by the middle we mean we are going to do Freddy vs. Jason, and we're also going to do the 2009 reboot.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we got all the classic Jason out of the way, and then we're going to discuss some movies next time.
Yes.
And I think we'll have very mixed opinions for the second half.
I think our absolute agreement is over. After this, I think there could potentially be fights next episode.
There's going to be one good one with 2 icons, for sure.
Round 1, keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times.
And by 2 icons, I meant on top of a building.
But yeah, we were
in Manhattan.
Oh, jeez.
Take your best shot.
God. Well, at least we'll talk about probably my favorite death scene, and probably the worst Friday movie. The dry ice face. But
the cryogen?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, until next time, appreciate everybody listening in. Thanks for tuning in, giving us a shot, and
happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Absolutely. Enjoy, man. Binge
Like, follow,
always.
and give us a review.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Excellent day, the number 4, apodcast.com, and then also our Facebook page, which is, I believe, written out the same way. So, I don't know. You'll know how to find us.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. All right, gentlemen.
See ya.
Until next time.
Yes, sir.
Stay scary, spooky, all of the above.
Shit your pants at a laundromat.
Damn it, July.